hope this clarity is clear. You know, I always stress about this clarity situation. My hair look a mess. Hey guys, I just got home like, I don't even know what time it is. Maybe like an hour ago from clinical. I've been at the hospital since 6:15. And I just got home. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Whew, I'm gonna try to make this brief like I always say, but for some reason it always drags out. Today was very overwhelming as far as information. A lot of information. So we didn't get to like assess any patients or speak to any patients. The only contact that we had as far as patients, my battery's dying, was observing a patient. But we didn't get to speak to her, nothing like that. She was in a lot of pain, so. Oops, sorry y'all. I'm trying something different. I'm trying iMovie to see if this clarity is gonna come out good. I'm in my bathroom. No, I know I look low, sorry. But yep, just got home. I'm so tired. Tomorrow I go to school, and I'm gonna be there all day from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. for 2 classes, pharmacology and adult health well, I should say adult health, also known as Med Surg. So like I said, today was a long day. It was very informative, so much to the point where we all were like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna retain all this information? Because there's so much to learn. Not only is there a lot to learn as far as like the hospital, like getting used to being around there and like where things are at, but just the knowledge that we need to take care of our patients. So today we got a little brief tour on the floor that we're gonna be on. You know, like as far as like what side of the hall we're gonna be responsible for, you know, and learning and stuff like that. We got to view a patient's chart and just to see how to look, you know, just get used to looking at a patient's chart, you know, where things are located as far as like date of birth, yada, 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 that type of stuff. Just data, basically. Their data, their history, all that information is in their chart. So we got to look at that. And we learned how to use, we learned how to do the AccuCheck. We got to see the monitor and I already know how to use that, even though, I mean, that stuff is so simple. It doesn't, well, shoot, can't say that because a few of my classmates had a little trouble because they never done it before. I'm trying to think, have I done that before? I think I have when I went to school for medical assisting a long time ago. Never graduated because I just dropped out back in 2004. I had dropped out. I signed up in 2003, went for like 8 months and dropped out. But that was like that was a long time ago, like a long time ago. So anyway, so we viewed the patient's chart. We got to use the AccuCheck monitor to, you know, with the strips and stuff, just to get an idea how to use it. You know, you got to scan the test strip bottle and scan other stuff, and before you actually use it. What else did we do? We talked a long time, like before we even got a little brief tour. Before we got a brief tour on the floor that we're gonna be working on, we sat down for like 2 hours and was just talking about just policies and procedures and just talking about ourselves. We went around the table. We all know each other already, but the clinical instructor, she doesn't know it, so she was asking questions. And she was just talking about what's to come. And I asked her, I was like, are we gonna get assigned to like an RN or something? You know, because I feel comfortable, you know, working side by side with someone that already knows what to do and has been doing it for a while. And she was like, no, you guys are gonna be on your own. I'm like, on our own? Like what? I didn't get that memo. Like that's new news to me. But I was under the impression that we're gonna actually start today, like assessing patients. But thank God, today was just strictly orientation. We didn't assess nobody, so we got to just get a breather from that. But we did have to learn a lot of information, and yeah, and we got to see a patient. I can't talk about it, of course, like, but we did get to see something that none of us ever seen before. And we were like so surprised, like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe we're looking at this. But, and this is our first week, like we were all blown away, like, oh my gosh, wow. I wish I could talk about what I saw, but I mean, I don't know if I can or can't. Of course I wouldn't say name, time, location, but I'm not trying to have nobody come on me saying that Nakia said blase, 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 but just know that where I'm at, I saw something and it was interesting. And I'm the kind of person I like to ask questions because I want to learn. You know, you're not going to be able to learn unless you ask the detailed questions. So, because, you know, also I'm trying to be a forensic nurse. Excuse me, correction. I will be a forensic nurse. So from what I saw, stuff like that I need to know, because you never know if you may see it again. Because what we saw was nothing normal. It was rare. So, at least to us, it was rare. Because I ain't never heard of that, seen that before in my life. So, I like to know these stuff. Because, God forbid, if I see it later on down the line, I could be able to say, okay, I've seen that before. You know what I'm saying? You can have experience and be able to say, okay, I know what to do with that situation, or I've seen it. But I said, we just did like a lot of observing. You know, the instructor brought us around to different rooms and showed us, you know, different equipments and how to use it and stuff like that. But of course, you know, we're not, everything right now that we're looking at, that she's showing us, I guarantee you the rest of my classmates are just like, okay, we see it, we hear, you know, we hear it, but we don't get it until we're actually in motion trying to use the machines and use this and use that. But I say it was a long day, man. It was a long day. I'm trying to think, what else did we see? Patient chart, AccuCheck. Damn, we did more talking than anything, it seemed like. Just like we practiced like a lot of NCLEX questions. And it was like more of a discussion thing. We talked a lot about stuff around the hospital. I'm really trying to figure out real quick, what else did we do? I should have wrote like a notepad. I should have wrote like notes down before I came on here, because I don't want to just seem like I'm rambling. I know I promised to come back on here and like give you guys an update, but that's just pretty much all the update I have right now. I really can't think of what else we did. I'm pretty sure I probably come off of here and be like, oh man, I forgot to say this. Oh man, I should have said that. But that's the only thing that I could think of right now. You know, we seen patients like being pushed around, you know. They were in their hospital bed, but they were being pushed. I guess they were going to OR. I don't know. But it was, I will say this, the floor was very quiet. And from what my clinical instructor says is that, oh, don't ever say that word around here. But it was a quiet day. I have no idea what a busy day is like, because it seemed like everything was just so calm and it was quiet. But then nothing really happened today, major, besides what we saw. That was interesting. But that's it. Tomorrow is gonna be a long day. I gotta take a medication calculation exam, and like I said, I have 2 classes tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be a long day. I need to go to Walmart and get me some food, because I know I'm gonna need to eat something. I don't want to buy nothing from the snack machine, because that's a waste of money. I got food stamps, so you know, if you got food stamps, you better use them instead of spending money in the snack machine. All right, y'all, I gotta go because I have to, like I said, do my medication. I will have to review my medication calculation, and I want to do like about 25 practice questions. You know, for NCLEX, just NCLEX style practice questions, just so I can get in the habit. Because I really struggle with doing like select all apply questions and critical thinking. And being the fact that I'm at the hospital now, I'm going to have to be able to critical think so I can figure out how to, you know, take care of the patients or whatever. Next week, we get to pick a patient that we want to do our paper on. So, or our assessment on, I should say. Because we're not there to just observe. We have to actually take notes, and we get to experience, like, on our floor, I guess they have huddle like every day at like 8:45 in the morning. So by week 4, we're gonna have to be able to be a part of that huddle and be able to talk out loud and talk about our patients. So like, this is the real deal. Like, we have to assess our patients and be able to provide the staff with like an update as to what's going on with that patient. So it's not just, oh, we come in there observing, we just, you know, learning. Like, we have to be able to be vocal about what we're seeing, what we're doing. So yeah, it ain't no play. Fundamentals patient care was like a back seat, literally. We were just observing most of the time. Yes, sometimes we helped a little bit, but it was just basic care. But this is not basic care. Like, this is like people that are really sick. Like, ugh, yeah. I mean, the elderly was sick too, but these people are different. Like, and on top of that, we're dealing with different age groups. It's not just the elderly. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. I can't promise you when I'm gonna come back on here. Well, I got clinical next week, so I wish I could talk more, but can't talk about stuff, so I don't know. But let's just say that later on in the future, when I'm a forensic nurse, if I have a family that wouldn't mind me talking about the situation, not necessarily like saying, hey, this is Mr. Brown or Mrs. Johnson, but, you know, wouldn't mind me talking about the situation, whatever that situation may be, I'll talk about it. But I'd rather get someone's permission. I don't want to just be talking about, I'm a newbie, so I'm not going to sit here and talk about anybody's condition, even though I'm not saying a name unless they wanted me to. But I'm a student right now, so I wouldn't even go there. But in the near future, when I'm in my career and I'm well experienced, and I'll definitely, because I see plenty of times like on here where people are posting, like for example on Instagram, I forgot the name. One of my YouTubers, she sent me I guess it's like a link, I don't know, to someone's page on Instagram. I think the person is I don't know what her title is, but she works in a medical examiner office, and she posts all kind of pictures on there that I'm like, why is she even allowed to post this? Like, or is every single patient giving her permission to post their injuries? Like, I mean, she got mad pictures of like different injuries. It could be an eye injury, it could be a finger. I mean, very like crazy pictures that will make you throw up if you can't handle it. Like, and I'm like, is this allowable? Like, I'm surprised Instagram didn't shut her down, because this is, wow. Anyways, I gotta go, y'all. Okay? Later.